Hey everybody, it's Christino here with Men's Covert Recovery, channel dedicated to all the men who have suffered the abuse at the hands of the covert narcissist. It's been a minute since I made a video, and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I gotta share my heart. Men, we've gotta watch out, and women. If you watch any of my videos, you know I've been through a lot. Getting cheated on, getting put in prison, and alienated, and a lot. And I've been through a lot, but I've done a lot of work. And every day I'm becoming more authentic and more true. But I want to share this with y'all. About, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, I was on Facebook. And I came across a woman that I seen on there that was beautiful. I mean, just beautiful. And for like a week or two, I just kept looking at her. And she was really beautiful. So finally I talked to her and I asked her if she was married. And she told me that she was separated and that her husband had cheated on her. And we got to talking. Well, make a long story short, I fell in love with her. But I started seeing red flags. Always the victim. Never taking responsibility for anything. Always a pity party. I mean, just all these red flags. So I started backing up and backing up. And after everything I've been through, I was just honest, I kept telling her, you can't always be the victim, you can't. You have to love yourself on the inside. I mean, it's been tough. But to make a long story short, I went to Mexico. I just got back yesterday. I went down there and I seen her. And I was with her. And I seen her best friend. I met her best friend down there too because we become good friends and we got to talking. And she went to telling me how, like 5 years ago, she had a boyfriend she really liked. And she seen him a couple months ago, I think it was. And he was telling her that she wasn't a friend, that back then she was sending him naked pictures of herself and trying to get with him. So I had been wanting to tell her that she wasn't her friend, but when she told me that, I knew I had to. So I told her that she wasn't a friend. And I always had this feeling and intuitiveness that something wasn't right. And if there's one thing that I know, that if you're in a covert narcissistic relationship, you just know there's something that ain't right. All the secrecy, always had to be real secret talking to her. And I would tell her, I'm not in a relationship. I'm single. I'm available. I don't have to hide. And she kept telling me that she was separated, 30 years, he cheated on her, and all this. But why I'm making this video is because she used what was something that I experienced against me. I know what it felt like to be cheated on. It broke my heart. I loved my wife. And I felt for her. And I really just wanted to help her, encourage her, and help her become the best and get out of the situation that she was in. But I noticed that she was always punishing him and being mad at him and stuff. And then her friend told me that she remembered one time that she came over and she told her husband she came over, was going to her house, but she jumped in a car with another man. And this is years ago. So I called her. I confronted her. And she didn't deny none of it. She'd been fooling around on her husband for years. But what made me so angry was I don't judge anybody. And I pray for her. It's just so sad. But this whole time, she was using being cheated on, something that I know against me for her benefit. And the whole time, all these years, she been cheating on her husband. It ain't right. But I always told her, it's like you don't care about anybody else's feelings. You only care about yours. But hindsight's 2020. But I'm thankful that the Lord opened my eyes and I seen it. I discovered it. But I just can't imagine if I would have given myself to her and had that happen to me again. It almost makes me want to never love a woman again. I'm as healthy as I've ever been. I still got a long ways to go, but I'm grateful God opened my eyes, because I know when I love, I give everything I have. But I'm angry right now because she used that to manipulate me. It's tough. I tell you what. Just makes me so angry that here she is, so full of contempt and anger because she says that he did that to her, and he may have. But she's been doing it to him for years too. Why ain't she mad at herself? She punishes him, she abuses him. She's been doing the same thing, or I don't even know if he's done that. Doesn't matter. I was used and I was manipulated. And I gave myself to her. It's a hard video to make, but I'm making it because, guys, it can happen. It can happen again. It can happen again. We have got to be right in the mind, right in the heart, right in our spirit. We have to see things for what they are. We can't project what we want somebody to be for us. We can't do that. We have to see it for what it is. No matter how bad it hurts. Reality sucks. But if we've been through narcissistic abuse once, we can't let it happen to us again. This is whack. It's unbelievable. And ain't right. Is she a narcissist? I don't know for certain. But I know she's sick, she's twisted, she punishes. She don't feel no guilt or conscience for what she's done. She used that to manipulate me and use me and tell me she loved me. It's sick. It's the devil. True story. But I went all the way to Mexico to find out. And I did. I just hate that I was with her. I ask God for forgiveness. I feel in my heart I need to tell her husband. not out of vengeance or anger. But what about if he's like I was? Y'all pray for me, it's tough, but true story. I would never make this stuff up. She was so beautiful. But time, actions speak louder than words. Don't be in denial. No matter how bad it hurts, we gotta face reality. I don't know what I'm gonna do or how it turns out, but I'm thankful God opened my eyes. Because I almost, but I didn't. You gotta stay diligent. You gotta have a good mind, a heart, a soul, a spirit. You gotta be focused and watching. You gotta keep in reality. You gotta see the red flags. And I did. And they saved me. I still got used and played for a minute. And I'm hurt, but not because of that. Just that I had to be a part of it. It's sick. God bless y'all.